going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready. Or Finger Lakes or Colin, who's cooling somewhere.
And I was muted. That's a good way to start the show. What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I tried to show that nice little shout out from Judge Middleton this morning. Yeah, just out of nowhere, random, gave me a nice shout out. So that was fun. If you couldn't hear it, let me play it again because I feel like it didn't really load. Let me try it.
Berkeley or
Wait, hold on.
Finger Lakes or Colin.
There we go. Now let's see if it works.
Hollywood or Berkeley or Finger Lakes or Colin, who's cooling somewhere. Hollywood or Berkeley or
Yeah, I'm not good at the small clips. Anyways, so that was fun. He was saying good morning to everybody. But yeah, so thank you, Judge Middleton, for that kind shout out. I do appreciate it. And right off the bat, Legal Fiction with the super generous 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Legal Fiction. I appreciate it. And welcome to the 20 new members. Legal Fiction, that is beyond awesome. I do appreciate it. All right. Thank you for everyone who came to hang out with Team Skeptic and myself this afternoon. We had a lot of fun watching the Lindsay Dineski case. I am not playing that tonight. I might just save it for her next appearance in front of Judge Washington next month. Or I may randomly put it in a live. I don't know. But I didn't want to play and react to the same video twice in one day. So I'm not going to play that. If you do want to see it, it's on Team Skeptic's channel. We had fun. We streamed for about 3 hours, and the hearing was only about 10 minutes long. So it was fun. So go watch it on his channel if you haven't seen it yet. And yeah, like I said, I'll put together a video when she makes her appearance in front of Judge Washington. Anyways, let's see. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. Let's watch some court. What do I have tonight? We are going to start with Judge Iroki and listen to him yell at some people. Then we're going to Judge Simpson next. Judge Simpson, we get a Mr. Allen. No, we get Judge Washington next. We have a sovereign citizen in Judge Washington's courtroom. Then we have a Mr. Allen moment with Judge Simpson, and we finish with Judge Simmons. That's what we were doing tonight. So, yeah, let's get ready. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe to your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Court is on the record in State of Ohio versus Stephen L. Benoy. Case number 25 CRA 106. On April 21st, 2025, Mr. Benoy pled not guilty to one count of domestic violence, a fourth-degree felony. Bond was set, and we are scheduled today for a preliminary hearing. Mr. Benoy was arrested as a result of this criminal charge filed against him. He appeared at the initial appearance hearing by way of video from the Ashtabula County Jail. He has not been able to post the bond that the court set, and so he is appearing at this preliminary hearing from the Ashtabula County Jail. His attorney, Mafid Syed, is in the courtroom. He's appearing at table 2 on the video. Also in the courtroom and appearing at table 1 on the video is Law Director John Lewis. Mr. Lewis, can you advise us of the status of this case?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. I just spoke to Attorney Syed about the preliminary hearing today. I also talked to...
Wait, is it frozen? We have audio from the court, but it's frozen. Oh, that's awesome. All right. It's not frozen. It's just not switched. Let's see. This happened. This happened the other night. I have to remove the video, so remove from studio. I'll remove this too, and I'll re-add it, which is fine. It'll just start over. It's only been going for a minute. All right. Here we go. Is it better? Can we see it now? Hopefully we can see it. Sparkle Poots, don't pay the ransom. I escaped. All right, not paying it. Not paying it. Thanks for letting us know. No ransom for Sparkle Poots. I would pay it. If someone said you need to pay ransom for Sparkle, I would come up with some money for you. All right.
On April 21st, 2025, Mr. Benoy pled not guilty to 1 count of domestic violence, a 4th-degree felony. Bond was set, and we are scheduled today for a preliminary hearing. Mr. Benoy was arrested as a result of this criminal charge filed against him. He appeared at the initial appearance hearing by way of video from the Ashtabula County Jail. He has not been able to post bond, the bond that the court set, and so he is appearing at this preliminary hearing from the Ashtabula County Jail. His attorney, Mafid Syed, is in the courtroom. He's appearing at table 2 on the video. Also in the courtroom and appearing at table 1 on the video is Law Director John Lewis. Mr. Lewis, can you advise us to the status of this case?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. I just spoke to Attorney Syed about the preliminary hearing today. I also talked to the alleged victim prior to going on the record.
I feel like you came up, and when Skepta and I were talking, I feel like you came up. I don't remember how, or maybe that's just you lived in my head rent free, and I thought you came up. That could be it too. I have no idea. But yeah, so I'll just say yes, I did miss you. Hey, what's up, dog? What's up, Chris? Good to see you.
Based on my conversation with Mr. Syed, he indicates that Mr. Benoy is going to waive the preliminary. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Syed?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. After discussing with my client, we went over what we should do. When we went over what a preliminary hearing is, I think at this time it would be in the best interest that we waive the preliminary hearing. We would also like to be heard on bond.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Benoy, today you have a right to a preliminary hearing. A preliminary hearing is a hearing where the prosecutor is required to present evidence to establish by probable cause that you committed the felony offense. If this court, after that hearing, finds that you probably committed the felony offense.
I did. And I realized the way I said that because I brought up Dogman is here, so I was saying hi to Dogman. So I just said, "What's up, dog?" Instantly, I was like, "No one says that. No one says that. That sounds weird." But I had a reason. It's his name, so it worked.
Then I would bind the case over or transfer the case to the Ashtabula County Common Police Court in Jefferson for further proceedings. It's my understanding, based on what your attorney just indicated, that you wish to waive your right to a preliminary hearing. Is that what you wish to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The officer should have a document for you to review and sign. It's called a waiver of preliminary hearing. Do you have that document? Okay, I'm going to provide that same document to your attorney, and then he can advise you further.
Thank you.
I am down with HCC. You know me. Let's get all the 90s throwbacks. Let's go.
Mr. Benoy.
Yes.
All right. Paper you have in front of you, as Judge Iroki mentioned, it's the waiver of preliminary hearing. As I mentioned to you previously, alone, that you have a right to a preliminary hearing. It would be the state to show probable cause for the alleged offense. So at this time, as you mentioned, we're going to be waiving this hearing. just sign where it says defendant, okay?
Yes.
Did you sign it?
Yes.
Okay.
Did he sign it, officer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the court finds the defendant and his attorney have executed in open court separate waivers of preliminary hearing. Based on the waivers, the court will go ahead and bind this case over to the Ashtabula County Grand Jury for further proceedings. Okay, Mr. Syed, would you like to be heard on bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, my client currently has a $25,000 cash or surety 10% bond. He's been in the county jail.
Yeah, Vic. 150 subs away from 20,000. And when I hit 19, I promised everybody that a new intro. Heather and I are planning on doing a lot of things at 20,000. We weren't expecting it to be a week. We were not expecting it to be a week. I just hit 19,000 last Friday, so it's kind of blowing my mind how fast this went. We are not ready. Let's just say that if we hit 20,000, before the weekend, we're not ready. So we're planning on putting some work into it this weekend. But yeah, we generally takes about a month for me to get 1,000 subs. So yeah, it's a good thing. We're not ready, but yeah, just saying we might be a little late on the new intro.
Since April 17th. To my understanding, not mitigating the seriousness of the alleged offense, but at this time we'd be asking for a personal recognizance bond. It is under my understanding, after speaking with the law director, that the alleged victim in this case, Patty Benoy, would like to have no contact order lifted. While I do understand it is to your discretion, that's what I mentioned to my client as well. We'd ask that he be given a PR bond, to be able to go home, and just get out of the county jail. Nothing furthermore, Your Honor.
I did. I tried to play it at the start of tonight's video, but it caused the whole stream to freeze. But I did play it. I did see it. Let's see, Zach. Is it Zach Florida? Zach FL. I'm guessing it's Zach Florida, but it sounds weird when you say it like that. Zach FL gave me a shout out this morning and let me know that he told me that Middleton gave me the shout out, which was awesome. And so I was able to see it. No, that was super cool of Judge Middleton to do that. And for no reason, it was just random. So, which makes it even better.
Okay. Mr. Lewis?
Your Honor, it's the state's position that the bond as currently set is appropriate in light of Mr. Benoit's criminal history, prior offenses of violence, a prior offense of domestic violence in Eastern County Court, 24 CRB 304, which involved the same alleged victim. Based on the seriousness of the offense and the significant criminal history, would ask that the bond remain the same. However, I would add, again, I spoke to the alleged victim prior to going on the record. She indicated to me that she would like to request for the court to lift the no contact provision of the bond. And so I told her that I would make the court aware of that. Thank you.
Thank you. You are Patty Benoit. Ms. Benoit, with respect to the no contact condition, what is your position?
Stephen's my husband. That day, things went on that shouldn't. We were drinking. To be honest with you, alcohol has been a huge factor in a lot of our arguments. And my husband has very good, amazing qualities about him. I mean, this happened and it's no excuse. He did grab me by the hair. But I'm asking, he is the provider for our family. I'm not working. I signed up for Social Security disability. And I talked to the employment, and they're going to really try to hold his job. He had a really good paying job at King Lumineer, and he was doing great there. And like I said, this happened, but he's my husband and I love him, and he has, you know, there's no excuse obviously, but I mean, he has way more good about him than bad, to be honest with you, with my whole heart. We were wanting to go to church. There's times we didn't go to church that we should have went to church. There's a lot of factors that played into it that's heartbreaking. A lot of things I regret, and he does too, you know. But like I said, he has more good about him than bad, and that's honest from my heart. And he is the provider for our family. So I only have a teeny bit of money in the bank where I'm at, and it's right now I have $608 in the bank. But I do love him with all my heart, and like I said, that did happen. There's a lot of things I wish me or him wouldn't have been drinking. I wish I would have been stronger for him, because through the years I found out through his really, really good friend he grew up with that it's been a culprit in his life really bad. And
How long have you been married?
Since September 26th, Your Honor.
Were you the victim of a recent domestic violence conviction that he was convicted of just in January of 2025 in Eastern County Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is he receiving any substance abuse or alcohol treatment?
He wasn't going to AA, but there was somebody that he talked to on the phone one day that I think he should have been, it should have been like maybe more aggressive, like weekly or a few times a week. Because whoever he talked to, because he's the kind of man that's stern, you know, like he's also military, so I don't know if that has a factor in it. But it's hard for him to say he's sorry. So
Ms. Benoy,
yes, Joe.
I've got other cases scheduled today. I'm asking a question. Is he receiving treatment?
Not to go to the AA.
Are you?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
Yet alcohol is a problem in your household?
That's with Stephen.
Is your client receiving treatment, Mr. Syed?
Not to my attention, Your Honor.
Mr. Benoy, have you ever received treatment?
Yes, I was receiving treatment through the VA, and it was for drug and alcohol use, and I was only able to attend, I was supposed to go 3 days a week online, but due to my work schedule, that changed things. And then also entering into a women's battery program too through the VA, as well as anger management through the VA.
Are you on probation with Eastern County Court?
Yes.
Is that court ordered that you go through this treatment?
Yes.
When did you stop this treatment because of your work?
I had to stop doing the drug one once I started work, but I was still in the anger management, and I was continuing to do the one to register with the Battered Women's program through the VA. And I contacted the VA to let them know that I started work, and they never responded back about getting new classes in.
You know, I don't know what's going on in your household, and I'm talking to you. Shut up. I don't want to hear from you. You just listen to me, Ms. Benoy. And I'm talking to you too, Mr. Benoy. I don't know what the heck's going on in your household, but if you're getting out of jail, and if there's one more incident, if there's another incident, you're going to jail again. You're probably facing a probation violation out of Eastern County Court.
I understand.
And you might be enabling all of it. And then you put us in this position of having to make a decision about your situation. All I know is that law enforcement is getting involved, the courts are getting involved, the public defender's getting involved, the prosecutor's getting involved. over incidents between you two that involve alcohol and violence. This case is going to the felony courts. I'm going to modify the bond, but Mr. Benoy, I'm going to give you fair warning. If there's one more incident, any incident, involving alcohol and or violence, you're going to go to a jail for a long time.
I understand, sir.
Yeah. And if it happens in my jurisdiction, and you're coming back to me, you're going to rue the day that you come back to me. Bond is set in the amount of $25,000 personal recognizance. The alleged victim, Patty Benoy, is not requesting a no-contact order, so I'm not ordering it as a condition of his bond. He is ordered not to use or consume or possess alcohol or drugs. He is subject to random chemical testing by probation and law enforcement. He is ordered to report to the pretrial release program at the county probation department within 24 hours of his release. He is ordered to submit, I think what I'm going to order is he is to comply with all substance abuse and mental health treatment at the VA and all court-ordered treatment out of the Eastern County Court as a condition of his bond. Anything further, Mr. Lewis?
No, sir, thank you.
Mr. Syed?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I don't ever want to see you two in my court again.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
This matter is concluded.
First and foremost, Heather, you came in right at the good part, so I didn't want to pause it to announce you. So I'm glad you're still here for your introduction. Also, I need to make sure to shout out Rich. Rich, thank you so much for the super chat. What up, doggies? What up, Rich? Oh, that one was a little bit of a slow burn, but it was worth it, right? It was worth it. Judge told us how he felt, and I haven't heard someone say you will rue the day. I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I heard it. In a movie, probably. It was like, he actually said that? Yeah, that's going in the thumbnail. That's why it's on the thumbnail. All right, let's move on. We're next one is Judge Washington. We've got a sovereign citizen in a landlord-tenant case, and it isn't the financial sovereign citizens that we usually get in landlord-tenant cases. This one's full sob-sit, which is rare for this kind of case. But let's go. It's kind of funny.
Versus a nice battle, case number 25C 1245.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Fanter on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Battle, please hit *6. Unmute your device. And say
Hello? Hello?
please state.
It's Denise Battle on a special appearance for the record to contest the jurisdiction and the facts before this court.
Yep. All right. Well, Ms. Battle,
Oh, I love it. Judge Watson. Yep. She knows exactly where this is going. And yeah, I can't blame her for that reaction.
I'll tell you that this matter is appropriately in the correct court. The court does have jurisdiction.
And it's based on what? What is on the record that is based on that the court has jurisdiction?
The fact that this is a case that is within the jurisdiction of the Township of Ypsilanti, and if you have issues related to any contracts, that would be within this jurisdiction as well. So all of that is within the jurisdiction of this court.
So you're saying that the contract is in jurisdiction of the court?
That is what I just said, ma'am.
All right, and the contract has been rescinded. So how is the contract in the jurisdiction of the court if it's invalid?
Well, gets to rescind a contract on their own. That's
what are you talking about? I have the right to rescind a contract by right of common law.
Ms. Battle,
That doesn't involve court.
Ma'am, you need to stop talking or you're going to get held in contempt of court. Mr. Fantier, have you had a chance to talk to Ms. Battle? I talked to Ms. Battle.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Mr. Fantera, do you need to speak with her, or are we ready to?
If you want me to speak to her, I'll speak to her. You know, I mean, she talks about rescinding the contract. Does that mean she's moving out?
Ms. Bell, are you,
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
are you moving out?
Are you moving out?
No. Why would I have to move out?
Because if you rescind a contract, okay, fine. Your Honor, I think we just, let's set this for trial.
Okay. One moment.
This case has also been in the, it's in the circuit court. A petition filed for an injunction. I did serve you all. It is set on the 30th.
Yes, ma'am, I heard.
We're aware.
Okay. And once again, I do not submit to the jurisdiction of the court. The contract is rescinded.
So how can the
And I am
contract,
not a legal person.
you're not a legal
How
person?
can a contract? No, I'm not a legal person. I'm not a legal entity. No, I am not. And you have to prove that on the record.
Stop talking.
Actually, I don't.
I'm sorry.
Can I ask Ms. Battle a question, Your Honor, real quick?
Sure.
So Ms. Battle, so you can live there forever without paying rent because you're not a legal person?
That's not what I'm saying, but the contract itself is invalid. I'm saying that you don't have any personal or subject matter jurisdiction over me. Over an invalid contract, no. And over me not having a legal capacity to be sued, yes. So if that's how you want to take it, then that's how you have to take it. But that's what's lawful and that's what's written in the law.
Let me just tell you, I think you're wrong on both counts. I would expect that we would.
It's okay for you to think that I'm wrong, but the facts still align with what I'm saying.
Okay, Your Honor, I think we should have a trial.
You have to prove without the reasonable doubt. So let the record show that the judge has not required the plaintiff to prove without a reasonable doubt that I am a legal person, and it's on the record, not assumed, not presumed, on the record. There's nothing that's on the record that states.
Ms. Battle, first of all, reasonable doubt is a standard in a criminal case, not a civil case. So I do not have to prove anything beyond a reasonable doubt.
I need both of you to stop talking, please. Both of you, I'm sorry. I cannot figure out the date because I can't hear over the two of you.
I apologize. I didn't know that's what you were doing, Your Honor.
Something tells me that this might be Mr. Fantera's first. What's the word I'm looking for? Words are hard. It's his first experience with a sovereign citizen. If he's generally a landlord tenant attorney, he may not see very many of them, and he was actually arguing with her, which I love. We don't see that. Generally, the attorneys or even the judge will just be like, "Whatever, just say what you need to say. We'll just move on." And he was actually arguing with her, he's like, "No, you're wrong. You're wrong." It's like, I understand you have an opinion, but your opinion's wrong. How does it feel to be absolutely wrong? I love it.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Fantera, are you available on May 6th at 3, you said? At 3 p.m. for trial?
What's that, a Tuesday?
Correct.
Yes.
All right. This matter will be scheduled for May 6th at 3 p.m. for a trial on any and all issues that may be before the court. Ms. Battle, if you have anything else that you need to say, you can unmute yourself by hitting *6 to do that.
Okay, I just find it ironic that I got muted when I was speaking on jurisdiction and how there was a lack thereof on the record. So I want that to be on the record. But I also wanted to, okay, that's fine. And I also wanted to be on the record that I am not going to be able to show up on May the 6th. So it's also ironic that you are able to verify with him that he's able to show up, but not with myself.
I just asked you that, and you are now talking about something else. Why can't you do this?
That's because you cut me off and put me inside of a break room and muted my mic instead of allowing me to speak on what needs to be spoken on.
All right, this is set for May 6th at 3.
Your Honor, by Zoom? By Zoom?
Correct.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
It's ridiculous. This is a fraud upon the court. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh yeah. So her last name is Battle. Her first name was a nice. That's how Judge Washington pronounced it. A nice battle. Yeah, that was a nice battle. It was very nice. It was entertaining. And she's not going to show up on the 6th. She's not, even though it's over Zoom. She's not going to show up. I hope she does, because this is an angry South Sid. You can tell. So hopefully we get part 2 to that. 2 weeks. All right, moving on. Next we have Judge Simpson. We got a Mr. Allen in Judge Simpson's courtroom today. You guys want to see it? Mr. Allen, let's go.
Court calls the case, People versus Jason Williams.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, please state your name for the record.
Jason Williams.
Your Honor, we're here for a pre-trial. There's also a pending bond violation.
There is.
I have spoken about the violation with my client. I believe today he's going to admit to the violation, and he would like to make a statement on his own behalf.
Yes, so that being said is I admit to the violation, and I know I wasn't supposed to have alcohol in my system. No excuse, but the last few weeks, sir, I had so much going on in my life, money issues, the car issues, whatnot, family issues, and no, there's no excuse because you said what you said, and I wasn't trying to get in trouble or anything, and I've still been going to my program, and that's still been helping me myself, going to my program weekly by weekly and dropping with them and whatnot, and just still trying to grow as an individual and whatnot. So that's all I have to really say right now, sir.
If I may, Your Honor, add to that. So Mr. Williams is attending substance abuse treatment in Detroit. I believe it's called Community Care First.
Yes.
He goes there weekly for group therapy and is also attending AA meetings.
Do I have any documentation regarding any of that?
I believe I have provided to Ms. Londi. I'm happy to give it to the court. He gave me his schedule and
But
his
yeah, but how do I know that he's actually going to that?
He said what?
I have his enrollment paperwork. I'm happy to get an updated progress report from that program and get that to the court.
And we sign in every week. So
There every
we
week.
sign in every week. And I think you said that's part also. Talk down.
How long has he been doing that?
I've been doing this going on 3 months. Oh well, it's January 20th, February, March. Almost going on 3 months.
Nothing, well, I was gonna say nothing, but I did want the court to know he is fully employed at U-Haul. He works full-time there. He is hoping to stay out of custody and continue working, continue going to his treatment program and just, get things back under control.
Yes. I'm sorry, what is that? Oh,
Ms. Londi.
In anticipation of the court accepting the admission to the bond violation, people would request enough change in bond conditions. First and foremost, there was a prior bond violation in March that the court accepted the admission to would allow the defendant to continue testing with where he's testing now. Unfortunately, this is an OWI case, and it does have a prior from 2012, and now this is the second time that we've got an alcohol violation. So I am requesting that he be placed on a scram tether. I do believe that community safety and the public safety risk of having this person not be on 24-hour testing supervision is too great to ignore at this time, so I am requesting the court order that and have it placed on this ground, Heather.
My problem is that and this is why I don't like to do it this way. I gave you a chance, Mr. Allen. I gave you a chance with the last violation. What?
Sorry, just for me to speak, I wasn't informed that, about so I didn't know anything about the last violation, like this would have.
That took me a moment to figure out who you were talking about, Sparkle. That's funny. Yeah, you're talking about the TikToker. I don't even remember her name yet. I don't remember her name. What's her name? Anyways, yeah, the TikToker with the headphones that were the cat ears, and she did her appearances at the U-Haul Center. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Or I've been like, this wouldn't happen again. It wouldn't never happen again. Like it wouldn't never happen again. Like I say, I'm still just I'm working on it, sir. I definitely apologize. I'm just hoping like you could please work with me just one more chance, and you won't hear about it.
Here's the thing. I don't mind giving people chances, but I gave you an opportunity to test in Novi with results to community correction. I did that back, I think it looks like on March 5th. And I get these negative tests. Well, first of all, there were like numerous miss samples.
No, sorry.
I'm going by their report.
Okay.
Then I get negative results. Then on March 27th, I get, well, that's when the ETG comes through. I get a positive alcohol result. Here's part of my problem. I don't know how much you're drinking. And so that comes through, you know you've been drinking. And then on the 2nd, we get a negative result from your ETG. Right. Then by the 9th, you're drinking again.
And the 2nd. And that's like,
what?
I'm just up here thinking, sir. Like 2nd, like 9th should have came back negative also.
It came back negative.
Yeah, negative. On the 2nd.
On the 2nd, it's negative because
right,
it's only going to pick it up for whatever period in time. But then by the 9th, you're drinking again, or sometime shortly before that, or before that, you're drinking again. And I don't have any reason to doubt anything, but I don't know what treatment you're in. I don't have that in front of me, first of all, right now. I understand why I may not. But also, I don't even understand, or nor can I trust what you're indicating is your participation with it.
So, like at the meetings, sir, there are 2-hour meetings every week. Like they're NAA, talk to a counselor and whatnot. And like once again.
Did you tell the counselor you're drinking?
You said, well, did I tell the counselor I'm drinking? No, I'm not drinking.
Pardon?
I'm not drinking. Like I'm confused right now. You said that.
Pardon?
Did you tell your counselor that you had the positive
alcohol test? No, because
didn't.
I just got informed. I just got informed on Monday, so I was going to tell him this.
Well, hold it. Whether you got informed or not, you knew you were drinking.
No, I just got informed on Monday that I violated. That's what I'm telling you on Monday.
Okay, listen real close to what I'm saying. Whether you were violated or not, right?
Right.
You knew you were drinking. And so my question is, you knowing that, did you tell your counselor you were drinking?
No, I haven't spoke with her yet. I was gonna speak with her on Friday about that and tell her like,
I thought you went every week.
I go every week. I go every week.
Okay,
Every week.
so today is the 23rd, right?
Right.
No, just listen to me.
Okay.
All right, so you guys can kind of see what this guy. The biggest problem this guy has is he doesn't even admit to himself that he's drinking. He got caught. So in his mind, the way that he sees it is that's the day that I was drinking. It's the day that I got caught. That just explains how many times did he drink before that without getting caught. You know, it's like, oh no, I just found out on Monday that I violated. Like, what are you talking about, Judge? How am I supposed to tell her before I got violated? That's not how that works. You just pleaded guilty to your violation because you were drinking. Yeah.
Today's the 23rd, which means presumably from the time of the results, you had at least 2 of those meetings. And you haven't told your counselor that you were drinking. That's from the last instance.
All right, last week, sir, we was off due to Easter on Friday, so we
Here's the
didn't.
problem, young man. You're gonna have to get your addiction under control. You got an excuse for everything. If you didn't get caught, you would say nothing, either to your treatment, certainly not to the court, it seems to me. And then you would go about continuing to drink. I'll adjourn the matter to May 21st, 2025, 9 a.m. At this point, given his violation, his admission to the violation, defendant's bond is hereby ordered revoked. I will reconsider giving him a bond and maybe releasing him with certain conditions once I see the information or progress report.
I was going to ask, Your Honor, do you think that we could get him assessed by the jail and see if there's any treatment programs that this county can offer him, maybe a higher level of treatment than he's already engaged in?
Well, I don't know what he's engaged in. I mean, I can't, because what he's telling me doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, I'll get that to the court and whatever other information I can obtain.
All right. Thank you.
All right. We got Mr. Allen. That one wasn't as it. You know what? Let's just move on. I believe the next one's Judge Simmons, but I don't remember it being this long. So there's still about half the video left. Hold on. Do I have 3 more clips in here? Just 2. Yeah. Okay. We got 2 Judge Simmons cases to finish off the night. This one's apparently a longer one. The last one's hilarious. She absolutely tears into an attorney. That's the last clip, though. That clip's only about 4 minutes long. We're going to end the night on that. So right here, we've got a landlord-tenant case where the landlord is clueless, and he's clueless in a funny way. Judge kind of tears into him too. Let's go.
That's the first issue. On the record in the matter of Ahmad Raheem versus Timothy Collins, 25-01551. Raheem on that side, Collins on that side.
Side?
You're gonna be on that side, Collins on that side. Today was the date scheduled for a hearing, and this is for non-payment of rent. Let me make sure I'm on the right basis. Scheduled for what time? 1:30? 2:30. Okay. And
Sly's still here. Hopefully Sly's still here. We told him. We told him when we first met him. Sly let him know that we call him the Buff Lift, and he loved it. He was laughing. He was big belly laughing, and he was trying to hold Sly is still. He was trying to hold in his blushing. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. But yeah, no, we told him.
my understanding is that you all are unable to come to a resolution.
Chuck, good to see you, my friend.
What's the past due rent that's owed?
1,300 for March and now 1,300 for April.
April became due when?
On the 5th.
On the 5th?
Yep.
Oh, just wait, Derval. Wait till you see what this idiot decides to say to Judge Simmons. Maybe that'll change for me one day when I get mad at the judge. But just wait. Just wait.
Oh, well, this paperwork was wrong anyway. So 2,600 is what's owed?
Yeah.
Plus court costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you believe you have a lawful reason not to pay that?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the lawful reason?
Several things. Since I moved in, things were messed up. The door has not been secure ever since I moved in. He changed the top lock, and that's it. I got pictures. I think somebody got raided or something.
When did you move in there?
February.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just moved in here?
January.
Yep. There we go. There we go. welcome to a stream with Colin. All right.
Okay. And my understanding is that you all are unable to come to a resolution.
All right, we're behind a little bit, but I'm not going to mess with it. We're behind about a minute. Sorry, you're going to have to watch this minute again.
What's the past due rent that's owed?
1,300 for March and now 1,300 for April.
April became due when?
On the 5th.
On the 5th?
Yep.
Oh, well, this paperwork was wrong anyway. So 2,600 is what's owed?
Yeah.
Plus court costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you believe you have a lawful reason not to pay that?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the lawful reason?
Several things. Since I moved in, things were messed up. The door has not been secure ever since I moved in. He changed the top lock, and that's it. I got pictures. I think somebody got raided or something.
When did you move in there?
February.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just moved in here?
February, January, maybe.
Back, please. And
Yes, January 8th.
I might not have the case anymore because when he was late, I moved it. I can make it. Thank you. Okay, and so you moved in February. You had some concerns about
January 8th, Your Honor.
January 8th?
Yep.
He moved in January 8th?
Yes, Your Honor.
That sound right?
I don't know. I think so. I know it was a couple of months. I know it's been months since my door has been.
Okay, when you moved in January 8th, the door was broke?
It was broke off the hinges like somebody kicked it in.
This is the front door?
The very front door.
Okay, and you notified, obviously he was aware. No, correct, because you did a walkthrough?
100%.
Okay, so he was aware that the door was supposed to be fixed?
100%.
What else was wrong?
I got pictures of everything.
Tell me what they are. Tell me what the issues are.
So there was when you go in the living room to the right of the stairs, it was cracked. Like somebody kicked it. It was cracked.
The living room?
Yeah, the
What was
doors
cracked?
had mirrors on them.
The door
So
was
the door
cracked?
was cracked.
To the living room?
Well, yeah, on the front hallway living room, it was a front door. The light upstairs, when you first go upstairs, I don't know the side, the electrical's messed up, doesn't cut on.
What room is this?
That's the hallway light upstairs going into the bathroom. There's a door in the living room downstairs that's gone.
It's the issue with doors here, huh?
The door is just completely gone.
Okay, door gone.
Yeah, the door's gone. I got one door on the closet. Right. Okay. And then just like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, I told him that the toilet handle was messed up. It came off.
We're not going to talk over each other.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know how long it was.
Okay, but you notified him
It ain't get fixed.
that the toilet's messed up.
Yeah.
So you can't flush it?
No, I can't flush it. I haven't been able to flush it for however long it's
How
been
many
messed
toilets do you have?
up. 2. I've been
So
using
toilet,
downstairs.
which toilet is this?
The upstairs on the main.
Upstairs, not working. What is there anything else?
That's it.
And so you escrowed your rent?
Yeah, well, yes, I got the 13. I got the other 13 just on my regular account.
No, escrow means you put it in a
Yes, ma'am.
escrow account at the court?
Yes, ma'am. I got the escrow right. Got the picture of that right here too. I just
Whose
opened
account is that?
Mine.
No, that's not how you escrow your rent.
Well, I went there, they're like, escrow, you open it. I'm like, how you open
You
escrow?
got escrow it at the court.
Oh, well, I got the proof is there, I mean.
Okay, but you have pictures, did you show him?
There you go. I don't remember who said did you escrow rent. He actually tried. Oh, there we go. Rob said it. Yeah, he tried. He went to his bank to try to escrow, which if you've never been through it before and you would have no idea. You're like, I know I'm supposed to escrow my rent. How do I do this? You go to your bank, and I guess they just open up a second account for him. But I got to give it to him. The judge kind of lets that go. She's like, okay, the money's in a separate account, I guess, but you got to put that in the court account. So I'm glad that she didn't ding him for that. But good on him for doing it.
Your pictures?
No, he ain't seen them
You
yet.
can show him your evidence.
He told me.
Are you disputing that the doors and all the stuff he said is broke?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You're disputing it?
Yeah.
It's fixed?
Yeah, the second day, that is a condo, so the outdoor is association responsibility. So I called them.
It's who's, the
association.
outside door is the association?
Yeah.
So this is a
fix-
condo that you're renting?
Yep.
It's registered
Yes,
as a
Your
rental?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, keep going.
And the second day, he moved in the 8th. On the 9th, I scheduled the fix for the door. On the 9th, he went to contact.
Yeah, he says he has a picture of it. He says I have a picture of the bank account of the bank statement, but then he did say like I have the other 1,300 still in my personal bank account, but it's here, and he had both pictures. So I believe him. He wouldn't say that if he has the pictures of the proof if he didn't have it with him. So how fast they passed over the escrow, I think it was that box was already checked and they've moved on.
And they weren't able to come and fix it.
Why?
They came, but they even asked me if I called them again and nobody there, because he has the key to the house, the only key, and he went to Kentucky.
Okay, so then the door is not fixed.
No, they came another day and they fixed the lock on the door.
But he said it's off the hinges.
The door one is they said this is non-emergency and they have it in the list for next. We have 240.
Since January,
No,
it's
no,
on a
no.
list
Yeah,
to get fixed?
they say it's gonna be May because it's non-emergency. It's just the lower
front door is not
Yeah.
emergency?
No, it locks
Let me
and
see
unlocks.
get his pictures, please.
Yeah, you can lock it from the top lock, but the lower one, the one has a problem. And they put the lock, but it doesn't latch the down one. But you can lock the door, secure the lock, and close it and open it with the key. Absolutely secure.
No, judge is looking at the pictures that the tenant
Is there an
provided.
apartment on here? Is there an apartment number?
No, it's just 6244, the condo.
No. I don't see that it's a registered rental.
The next inspection in September.
It says this was due by the 10th of this month. You just paid this today.
No,
Or yes, this
that's
week.
it.
Just
Yeah.
paid this week.
Yeah.
But you moved him in there already.
No, because it expired in February, the license. and that would take. They send me the paper, and just I can get this payment for
That's
the
the
renewal.
toilet. I printed on the wrong paper and I had to go, so. That's the toilet, you can see the thing off.
Okay, so the toilet, he's been advised that the toilet was broke. You have a door, this is a sliding door in a closet, and it's broke. This is your front
Hooday! Thanks for watching us earlier. It was a lot of fun. And thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it. Hooday!
door? How is this non-emergency that his front door is
I can
broke?
see the picture.
Well, I asked him to give you the pictures, and there's a glass here that's broken. What's that?
It's a sliding door, that door, same door. That
Same door in the closet?
No, a different,
I
that's a
took it
different
to-
closet.
A different
though.
door?
Yeah, that's a different
What
closet,
is-
so.
What is this?
That's in the kitchen, that's been like that, it's like, I don't know if it's moldy or what it is, I don't know what that is.
This light doesn't work, is what you're saying?
No, it doesn't work either.
Is there other lights in this room?
Yes, there are.
So you're able to get light in that room?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's,
Don't talk when I'm talking.
Okay.
You can give that to him to look at.
Thanks.
I got a video also of the light upstairs, just so you know, that doesn't work. I could change the light bulbs and all of that.
You, okay, were you aware that those issues needed to be fixed?
The door,
The door, the light, the closet door, and what else was it? The bathroom, the
the
toilet?
bathroom, he sent me a message on Thursday. That's not.
I'm not asking you when he sent you. Are you aware that it needs to be fixed?
Yeah, he sent me the message.
Okay, when are you getting it fixed?
I told him to call the 800, but I already scheduled somebody to change the whole thing.
You told him to call what? Wait,
Huh?
don't talk when I'm talking. You told him to call what 800?
On the toilet, it's the high efficiency one. I'm just gonna change it now.
You're the landlord, something's broken, and you told him to call the number that's in the toilet?
No, I will call them.
Oh, okay.
They didn't give me a good answer anyway.
Okay, so you're saying this, the condo association is responsible for the front door?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, then you're responsible until it's fixed, because if the door is not safe, you're still responsible.
It is safe, Your Honor.
You don't get to determine that it's safe. It doesn't look safe.
Maybe this picture.
Beachfield, is it south side?
Yes,
It
Your
is,
Honor.
right by the hood.
You can lock it and unlock it
It
securely.
can be
with-
kicked in easily too. 'cause
No,
it's-
the
yeah,
dead
I'm
lock is-
I am looking at the picture.
Yes. But
The door has to be replaced because
no,
it's-
it's a
the
latch.
door has to be replaced. That's why there's a work order for it to be replaced.
No, it's a latch.
Were they both on the same video? I got one of his. But since I was live with Skeptic until about 3, I was behind on a lot of things. So I got one of Judge Hart's dockets today. So if both those videos were, or both those hearings were on the same video, then yes, I have them. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll check them out though. Thanks for the heads up.
Give me the picture of the door.
latch.
Give me the picture of the door.
The door is fine, Your Honor.
This is the door, and it looks like there's a piece of wood missing here.
On the latch.
Is that correct?
Yeah, the whole door, it don't close. You gotta lock it to lock it. If you don't, it's gonna fly open.
Well, you gotta lock the door anyways, but the door looks like someone did kick it in at some point.
Yeah, they kicked in him, but the latch is.
Because it was kicked in.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
The door needs to be replaced. It's been breached. So the door was supposed to be replaced. You should have had it done before you moved someone in there. I believe,
I have
look,
yes, sir.
I don't believe that the thing.
I was just gonna say that to you. Just another day in paradise. It's good to see you, Saul. Probably the only person that watches as much court as I do. Every chat that I see, Saul's in there, and that's his tagline. Just another day in paradise. All right. Anyways, this guy, this landlord used to live in this condo. His front door was broken in, so someone broke into his condo. And he's like, "Oh, it still locks. You just close it and lock it. There's no latch, but if you just lock the door, it's secure." I was like, "It doesn't look secure." But they moved them in 4 months ago. No, they said 4 months ago. What they say, January or February? I don't know. But he's been there. I think he's only had to pay rent twice. So what would that be? Beginning of March? Yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter. I just think it's hilarious that the landlord used to live there, moved out, and then moved someone else in before fixing the problems. Yeah, that's not good, man.
That he's amounting arises to the level of no rent being paid. But if you take it all in compilation, all of these issues are not yet being addressed. I think he should be escrowing his rent at the court. And I'm in order that both months' rent is escrowed immediately this week at the court. Because you need to get this stuff fixed. You don't get to just rent out properties and then issues compile. He's only been there for a course of several months. There shouldn't even be these amount of issues. These should have been taken care of before you decided to put someone in there for your benefit. You're trying to get financial gain off of him living there, but you're not taking care of the responsibilities there. He doesn't have to have a broken toilet. He doesn't have to have lights that are not working. He should have closet doors. He shouldn't have broken glass. You can step outside with your phone. He should have glass that's not gonna shatter and crack, and it's already shattered when he moves in, and you've not done anything. That's the condo association's job too. Why didn't you get it fixed? Why didn't you get the doors? No, you cannot approach. I want to know, why didn't you get the closet doors fixed?
Because when he moved in, I told him I'm gonna take this mirror and put it in the basement, which I did. And the closet has another door, like has a side door. And even when I lived in the house, I use it as to put flowers, and it's not like a closet. It's a pantry.
It's a what?
It's a pantry.
A pantry?
Yes. So it has one door still here.
No, it's supposed to have two doors.
I know, Your Honor.
Yeah.
That's what I told him when he moved in.
But
I'm gonna take this to the basement, and he agreed. He said, okay.
But he wants it fixed. It's a closet. It's supposed to be fit for a closet.
It's a pantry.
It's not. What is a pantry?
For food. I don't know. They call it that.
It's supposed to have a door there?
Yes.
So you want him to have a pantry?
No, I will put the door.
This pantry's supposed to be there with his food, and it's just open, is what you're saying. Because you didn't want to replace the door.
No, Your Honor.
You took the door downstairs because it was broken.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you need to replace the broken door.
Yes, Your Honor.
When is it going to be replaced?
As soon as I get him out, I don't even have the money to replace it if he doesn't pay. And
did you put a deposit down? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where's his deposit?
It's in the bank where it's supposed to be. I will put the door.
Okay. Then what about the toilet?
The toilet, we've been texting since he moved in about it. This toilet, he just told me Thursday.
You've been texting since you moved in about the toilet?
Huh?
Hey, what's up, Moments of Justice? Thank you so much for the video tips today. I do appreciate it. And yeah, also thanks for a shout out of the video description. You can tell I'm tired when that's what the video description looks like. If you guys haven't read it yet, it's kind of funny. It has nothing to do with tonight's video though. So be warned.
You just told me you've been texting since she moved in about the toilet.
No, about pay the rent. I will pay next month. I will pay next week. He paid the first month, and then the second month, February, he paid on the 24th. He finished it on the 24th.
What was my question? Was my question about that, or my question was about the toilet?
No, the toilet, he just told me on Thursday.
Yeah, when he get it fixed was my question.
I will replace it.
When?
This week, maybe.
Okay, so maybe or yes?
No, this week.
So the toilet will be fixed this week and the door?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's going on with the light that doesn't work?
There is another light in the.
No, but you're not answering my questions. I didn't ask you if there was another light. I'm already aware of that, and you know I'm aware of that because I asked him that. My question to you was, what's going on with the light that doesn't work? I tried this light 100 times. I couldn't just every time I put the bulb. I even brought a licensed electrical. You had an electrician look at it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did they say?
He said there is shortage somewhere.
There's a shortage?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a video of how much light you get in your kitchen? Is this the kitchen?
No, it's a up the steps. There's no light on the steps. It's just light from the room.
So this is the hallway, or okay?
As soon as you get up the steps,
So
boom, light.
so the light in the hallway to the stairs is what's out.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
inside your unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how do you get light when you're going up the stairs?
Don't have any light.
You got one down the stairs.
That's from down. That goes
Yeah.
to the living room.
That has one down and one up. That's
the
one
that
up
goes to the
is
living
not
room.
working.
It points to the living room. It's like a little thing. It points to the living room.
Let me see the video.
Oh, there's video too? I thought this was coming to an end. I guess we still have about 5 minutes left of this clip.
Okay, is this like, are there bedrooms up here or something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so it looks like there's a window. Are you getting some sunlight there?
Well, there's a window in the room.
This is a room?
No, that's the hallway.
Yeah, so there's some light coming in from somewhere.
From my room.
Okay, your bedroom door is open, so you're getting some light in this area, but let's say it's dark outside. Can you see in this hallway?
Yeah, I mean, you can see from the other lights, but there's no
Okay.
light in the whole hallway. You ain't gonna see coming up the stairs.
Okay, the light does need to get fixed. I don't know that it's an emergency, but it does need to get fixed. I just want to make sure you can get up the stairs without tripping because it's dark. But you should have a door. It shouldn't take 3 months to get the door fixed. If he moved
They
in,
fix it right the next day. The emergency part of it, that's what they say.
they fix what the next day?
The lock of the door.
So when he moved in, the lock didn't work.
No, I
It worked, but you
I
have
go to the
to.
back door.
You both are talking at the same time. How am I supposed to know what's going on, sir? No, I want you, when you moved in, the front door didn't lock?
No, it was stuck. So I had to go through the snow, through the back door, yeah.
Okay, and so they came and fixed the lock, but they're supposed to come and do something else to the door.
They fixed the top lock. They didn't fix the door at all, the lock or the door. So to close the door, to close it, I have to lock it. I have to lock the top lock. If I don't, it's just gonna fly open.
To close the door, you have to lock the top lock?
Yes, ma'am.
So, because the door's been breached, obviously. And he said that they're coming in, they can't come till May, which at this point, May is a week from now. But when the work order was put in, why did it take 90 days to get that?
They said they have 240 unit and this is non-emergency. That's what they said.
All right, I just paused it at the absolute wrong time. He said the front door is not an emergency. I think that's what he said. Clip clop. No front door in Detroit fund. This is actually Lansing. This is Lansing, Michigan. This isn't Detroit. I do agree with if you didn't have a front door in Detroit, that's a problem. I don't know how Lansing is. It might be the same. I have no idea. But thank you for the super chat. And Sparkle Poots, I don't want to forget about you. One job, Colin. One freaking job. I know. But if I don't make a editing mistake at least once a week, you're going to think I'm AI. And we can't have that. Skeptic's not going to like me anymore if you guys think I'm AI. So, I got to do it every once in a while. Just got to throw it in and keep you guys on your toes.
240 units in 90 days.
I will replace the lunch. I will have somebody just from outside.
Well, I thought you said that it had to be the condo association to do it. How is it that you can now do it
Yeah, I
yourself?
will do it since we could.
Wouldn't that go against your condo association
No,
agreement?
you can fix it if you don't want to wait for the emergency.
Well, then, if
At your
that was
cost.
the case, how come it wasn't done then?
Because it was an emergency. I thought the door is locked. And the second day I asked him, is they fixed the lock? He said, yes, they fixed
Okay.
the up lock and the door is fine.
I'm gonna reset this. You need to escrow your rent at the court this week. You need to bring proof that the door to the front of the house access has been secured so that he's not dealing with the issue with the partially breached door. And then you also need to make sure that the closet door, because he's got clothes in that space. Closet door has been secured, and whatever's going on with the broken glass, whatever door that is, that needs to be fixed as well or
It's
removed.
the same thing. The door
It's the
is
same
glass.
door.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so then
okay.
that one door is two doors that needs to be
Yes,
addressed.
Your Honor.
And you all can work on the light issue, and the toilet's gotta get fixed. I don't know what's going on with the toilet, but that needs to get fixed. I'm gonna give you a new date.
Your Honor, can I speak? When he moved, everything is working in this whole thing except the broken door. Everything else is working.
The light wasn't working when he moved in there.
No, it was working.
No,
It
you
blows.
told,
It blows because I know it was working, but it blows.
you told me when you lived there, it wasn't working, and you
Yeah,
had
but
somebody come.
I put the light bulb, it stay for a couple of days and then it will burn. So-
You told me already
Yes,
that it wasn't working when you lived there.
yes, Your Honor, but
So
I
you can't tell
fixed
me
it
that it was working when you
because
lived
I
there.
fixed it because I had rental from Section 8. I go through everything and get it ready for the inspection. They have inspection before I rent it to him.
The light was broken. You already told me. So, but I'm not even making the light a big issue, but you can't tell me that everything was fixed because it wasn't fixed. The door wasn't fixed. The light wasn't fixed when he moved in because you told me when you lived there, you had an electrician come. And the toilet is a new issue because he just told you about that this week.
This week.
So you're gonna get all those things
Yes,
fixed.
Your Honor.
And then we're gonna come back and you're gonna provide me evidence that it's been fixed.
Yes, Your Honor. When?
May 21st at 1:30. May 21st at 1:30? Yeah. May 21st at 1:30. But you need to escrow your rent with the court within 7 days.
Okay. Is that including me, Your Honor?
This, every month of that accrued, he has to escrow with the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for today, we'll get you both a notice to appear.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Oh wow, what is going on? I think my computer just glitched a little bit because I hit the pause button and they were still talking for about 5 seconds. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. All right, we are moving on to the last clip of the night, and we have an attorney that's not happy with Judge Simmons. He's not happy, and I'm gonna kind of try to lay down the scenario going into this to so you understand what's going on, because you kind of find out at the end. But if you know what's going on beforehand, it might help you understand. Now I could be off a little bit, but this is what I pieced together. This attorney, he showed up for a hearing a couple weeks ago where the defendant or the respondent did not appear. So he was ordered, he had a default, so he could default. He didn't file the default though. So after a couple weeks, the court just put another hearing back on the docket because the attorney didn't file anything. And now that hearing was today, but the respondent showed up, but the attorney didn't show up. So Judge Simmons dismissed the case. So the attorney shows up 2 hours after the hearing, and this attorney's yelling at her. So I believe that's what's going on. I could be, like I said, I could be a little wrong. They don't go into a lot of the facts of this, but that's what I pieced together. So let's go.
Yes.
Just a quick clarification on the Shakita Regard matter. That matter was actually inadvertently dismissed about a month and a half ago, and that's when we had that brief exchange where it was mistakenly dismissed. We put it on record, and then the court ordered a default judgment. I think the clerks accidentally put it back on calendar, and I found out after I was here for a separate matter that they logged it in for two. So they took something that the court on the record said default judgment. We're waiting for a judgment about 2.5 weeks.
Did you submit a default judgment?
No, and that informs the second issue that I have here. And the reason I have is, long story short, is the court knows this, I'm not going to take a lot of time, but just very briefly, if a counsel's on a tenancy matter, then any action that's filed has to be e-filed. And
well, a couple issues here. Sure. You never filed an appearance on this.
Sure.
So when I'm looking for a plaintiff, 30 minutes after the case was supposed to be called,
sure.
And there's no name for it, who am I supposed to? How am I supposed to know who is?
No, I'm with you.
On there?
No.
So
I'm with you.
I don't know what the clerk's office may or may not have done. I have no idea. All I know is that this was on my docket for today for 2 o'clock. The defendant was sitting here, and after 30 minutes, we dismissed the case.
Sure, I know, but that was 3 weeks after the court already ordered a default judgment when I was here on that same case.
I recognize that, but
Right.
when you don't file it 3 weeks ago, you didn't file a default?
Sure, yeah, but not filing a default doesn't validate the ability for the court, it doesn't.
If you had filed a default, the case would have been closed.
Sure, but
When
doesn't
that, and we have attorneys that never file their defaults or never file their dismissals and they leave it on me, then I have to go back in there and either set it for another hearing or enter the dismissal. And so this probably, and I don't have the case open, was not an issue of the clerk's office making an error. What they do when the default was supposed to be entered and it does not get entered by the plaintiff, they ask me if I want to just dismiss the case or set it for another hearing. And that's probably why this got reset for another hearing. That was not a mistake. You never filed, the mistake was you never filed the default.
And I can appreciate the court saying that that's something that can happen. When the court says probably more likely than not, the reason that I'm a little bit resistant to that is that while we were here, we've had a pattern within the history of the same case where it was dismissed before wrongfully, accidentally, and inadvertently, and we have back and forth exchange. But with all that said, the reason I didn't file
Put the
anything.
case back in here so I can pull it up. What
I
case is
appreciate
it?
it.
This is,
I have the docket in here.
it's Shakita Bogart, 25-00871.
It's a 1L2. And so the reason that I didn't file it is that if I would have filed an appearance, it would have precluded my client from doing all the paperwork. So initially, I was just going to come here limited appearance. I know that's subjective outside the scope of what the court does. I'm just saying.
We know good and well that if attorney is representing, they're supposed to file an appearance.
Sure.
How are we supposed to know who's appearing on behalf of an attorney if you don't file an appearance?
Sure, but not knowing who appears is different than a case that should have been on the record. from
No
the
one-
outset.
No one was, no, the issue was you didn't file a default.
No, but that's what I'm saying, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
the issue, I don't see
I didn't
I didn't file a default, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you're talking about something different than I'm trying to.
Had you
address
filed
here.
a default, we wouldn't be here today.
Your Honor, and there's clouds in the sky too, but what I'm saying.
No,
is
there's
something
not no clouds in the
completely
sky. Had you filed a default, we would not be here on the docket today.
Your Honor, I could say the same thing over and over, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying something completely different. And if the court will hear it out, what I'm saying is before, if we go by, if something shouldn't have happened or would have happened the way that it's supposed to, we wouldn't have been here.
Why are we talking then? What?
No, the point
Well,
is.
no, you were supposed to file an appearance, you didn't do it. You were supposed to enter a default, you didn't do it. The case gets reset because it's lingering. It could have just been dismissed then because it's lingering. If you're supposed to file a default and you don't do it, the court either has to dismiss the case or the court sets it for another hearing. The case is set for a hearing today. You want to rely on the idea that you believe that this was erroneously set for a hearing.
Yes.
The error was that you did not file a default. That is the error that brought us here
Your
today.
Honor, I can appreciate you saying that loudly. but to say that
That's the
there's
error.
one- To say that there's one error doesn't mean that there can't.
You can
be
leave
two.
my courtroom.
But there
Don't
can't
talk
be
about
two.
me saying anything loudly. The reason why I gotta say it loudly, because I said it 7 times,
But it doesn't apply
and
to
you're
what I'm
not,
saying.
and you want to talk about some hypotheticals that make
not
no sense.
hypothetical.
I have other people that are waiting for their case to be
No.
called timely.
Your Honor, again.
And so you
if
can
the
remove
court will
yourself from my
say
courtroom, or
something,
you can remove this case. This is over. It's been dismissed.
The court's still talking to me while I'm leaving. so-
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah. Yeah. I told you that I think I pieced the story together pretty well too. As I was listening to it again, it's like I think I nailed it. I think I got all the details right. Oh man. That's that. So now that I don't remember who said it earlier. Derval, I think, said it. That do I still want to be an attorney if I think it's funny when attorneys get yelled at by a judge? I'm gonna tell you right now. I hope that I never am put into a situation where I have to talk to a judge that way. I mean, if I'm defending a client and I'm getting paid, that's one thing. But this guy's he hasn't even filed an appearance. You know, he messed up. He didn't file an appearance. He didn't file for the default. And so Judge Simmons, they put it back on the calendar and he didn't show up. So now it's dismissed. Oh, talk about, yeah, that guy fucked up. And instead of just owning his mistake, he's trying to start a fight with the judge. All right, anyways, that's it. That's the show tonight, guys. I do have something. Oh, let's see if I can pull this up. Rich made this for us again tonight. Can I do it? Yep, there we go. Thank you, Rich. A massive thank you. This is all the people that super chatted tonight. I appreciate you guys. Legal Fiction with the very generous gifted memberships at the beginning. Thank you so much, Legal Fiction. Sparkle Poos, Twice, Rich, and Clip Clop. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate. Oops. Oh, I didn't realize I was going to just jump back there. So you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Let me know if you guys like that. Rich wants to know. Rich wants to know if you guys like that kind of that image at the end. We will yeah. That's his baby. He likes it, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the work he's doing. And it's a great way to say thank you again to everyone that sent a super chat and donated. So I do appreciate it, Rich. But that's all I have tonight. I am set up to I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. the second I posted, I was like, people are gonna start doing it. It's like, you missed it. So now not only are people gonna call me out on missing super chats, like, yeah, why wasn't my super chat on there? No, we're gonna have a cutoff time. There has to be a cutoff time. But I appreciate the joke. I was waiting for it though, Nunya. I wasn't expecting it from you. I was expecting it from Legal or Cheshire, the usual suspects. But I do appreciate it. You are awesome, Nunya. All right. That being said, that is the show. I am set up to raid Booze and Body Cams. It is Wednesday night, so we're gonna go hang out with KFAR and Katie Z. Let's see. I am set up to raid Katie Z tonight. I think I rated KFAR last. No, did I rate? Yeah, I think I rated KFAR last week. I know I rated Shane on Friday when they did it on Friday. I don't remember who I rated last Wednesday. Was last Wednesday the night they didn't do it? No, last Wednesday was the night that Skeptic was on, and we wouldn't really. No, you know what? I'm just going to stop rambling. I don't know. We're going to Katie Z. Lone Wolf's also live, so if you want to go hang out with Lone Wolf, he's up there. Yeah, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, until next time, bye. Now I got to reload everything. Let's go.